This next lady, I've known her for well over a decade, actually. We were in the high school color guard together. That's right. Me and this next lady were both in the horror corps. Make some noise for Janette Perez. You guys having fun already?
Yeah.
I was the captain of the horror corps. I just wanted to point that out. Let's see. My name is Janette Perez. Something I want to tell you about myself. For example, I totally just screwed that up, didn't I? I'm like my mother. There we go. For example, she is not a quitter. She had 3 heart attacks last year. Do you think that slowed her down? Not one bit. Each time she got discharged from the hospital, she went straight back to Denny's. That's right. That is persistence, ladies and gentlemen. My mother doesn't settle for 97% blockage. I am proud. That is the blood that is coagulating in my veins. Of course, I can't blame my mom. She has a very stressful life. She's married to my dad. He's a very paranoid man. I made him a tuna sandwich one night. Next morning, got up to make him coffee. He's like, "Is that the same spoon you used? Did you wash that spoon?" I'm like, calm down. The reason he's so paranoid is because he's a soldier. He just returned from Iraq in December safely, thank goodness. And he won't retire. He just turned 59. We can't get him to retire. And then I realized with a wife, 4 daughters, and 4 granddaughters, no matter where he goes, it's a war zone, right? It's kind of crazy. I love both of my parents, but I don't think they pay attention to me or really get me. You can kind of tell from little things. For Christmas, I got a Wii. I don't own a television set. Got some earrings. My ears aren't pierced. And when I told my mom I was broke and trying to save money on all of my bills, she got me a candle holder. She didn't even give me the candle. She called, she said, "How do you like your gifts?" I said, "Well, once I've saved the money for the candle, I'll have heat again." Aww. I love it that you guys care. It's so nice. Let's see. I read an article the other day, and it said that the Pope is trying to encourage priests to get on Facebook and Twitter to reach out to people. And I'm like, doesn't the Pope know what's on the internet? Isn't selling celibacy hard enough without that kind of competition? Oh my goodness. And who wants to read a priest's updates? Woke up, impure thought, confession prayed. Mass, impure thought, confession prayed. Children's mass, impure thought, confession prayed. Yep. Let's see. Since I don't have a television set, I'm bored a lot, so I do weird things. I filled out a survey for this funeral home, and they sent me a gift. Score! They sent me a little book to plan like the funeral, and I looked at it. I was like, okay, but they want me to pick pallbearers. I'm in my 20s. I want to outlive some bastards that are strong enough to carry a coffin right now, you know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, I don't know how big I'm going to be before the big day, you know what I'm saying? What if I pick 6 people and I need 10? That's embarrassing. I don't want to be short-staffed on my last day. It's ridiculous. Of course, I shouldn't even be talking about death, right? I should be thinking about other things like, I think it's time for me to start having children, not because I want children, or because I even like children. I'm just tired of doing my own laundry. I'm not going to do that pregnancy thing. I'm going to adopt kids tall enough to reach the buttons on my washer dryer. Because I hate doing laundry. You know, you put it off and you put it off, and then you start having to make those substitutions. Do you know what I'm talking about? You run out of the socks, you start wearing the sandals in January. You run out of underwear, you start going commando. You run out of pants, you show up to work in a prom dress. It's a lot of fun. You should try it sometime. Let's see. I read this news article that this prank caller called up some woman and convinced her he was a doctor and got her to give herself a rectal exam. I'm like, what the? And they put the guy in jail. And I'm like, no, make him Surgeon General. He got her to do what doctors can't get their patients to do, right? So we need to just give him the white pages. If he gets off on it, that's just a win-win situation, isn't it? I'm just saying, too many people are dying of colon cancer. That's what I'm saying here, okay? It's kind of weird. Speaking of that sort of thing, my doctor found out I have insurance. Bad. She sent me, in 1 month, to get an upper scope, a colonoscopy, and a pap smear. Thank God I ran out of holes. And then they send me to the room to get the scope down my throat, same room as the colonoscopy. Suddenly I turned to my dad, did you wash that camera? Is that the same camera you used? Oh gosh. And my insurance didn't even pay for it. $8 grand. I'm $8 grand in debt. They couldn't even give me a disease. All she could tell me is that I had a fatty liver. I'm like, bitch, you have ugly shoes. Oh gosh, that's a hard joke to tell. It's kind of weird talking about things, you know, because people don't want to admit they're about their bodily functions. They don't want to admit they poop or anything like that. For example, I was at work and I'm like trying to put Benefiber in my water bottle, spilled it on the desk, boss comes over, I told her it was cocaine. Not going to admit to that, people. Let's see. Of course I think the doctors are acting weird about the insurance because of the economy. And I have my solution for the economy. Here we go. We need to put a sin tax on White Castle. Eating at White Castle is exactly like soliciting a prostitute. Okay? Hear me out. If you're getting a hooker or eating at White Castle, you have no other options in front of you, right? Choice of last resort. Both seem like a really great idea at first. You regret them almost immediately. The next morning typically involves a funny taste in your mouth. And no matter how bad the experience was, 6 months later you get a craving to do it all over again, right? Oh gosh. Let's see. My background is actually in science. Best thing about science, drunk scientists. Was at a Christmas party and this guy's like, do you know how you can tell if an earthworm is sexually mature? Has that thick band around it. I was like, okay. I was like, when is this fun fact going to come in handy? Did you get busted for picking up underage earthworms? Officer, I didn't know she stuffed her band. Kind of weird. Let's see, I was watching a documentary the other day and they were doing hand surgery. Said the surgeon was the world's best hand surgeon, I'm like, oh hell no, I don't want to be the world's best hand surgeon. What if something happens to your hands? Who's going to do surgery on you? The world's second best hand surgeon. And that guy hates your ass. Because you turned him into the Susan Lucci of hand surgeons, right? Exactly. Let's see. I hate pharmaceutical companies. That's my big thing. Love science, but hate that sort of businessy side. You can tell they don't care by their packaging. I saw a package of PMS pills that said, do not take if you have a prostate problem. Drink that in. How about do not take if you have a prostate, period, end of sentence. We don't need to waste ink. And then, I can't find a flashlight in a blackout, and yet they vacuum pack diarrhea pills so tight. You need scissors to get in. I can't MacGyver my way in with shit running down my leg. That's just rude. And then there was this company that sells diabetes products. Diabetes is their business, and they decided to raise money for the American Diabetes Association by having a bake sale. I'm like, that's brilliant. Next month, sell cigarettes for the American Lung Association. Yes. It's brilliant. Let's see. And then you have the scams, the absolute BS that I can't believe anybody would actually buy. There's a cream out that if you rub it on a man's penis, it makes it bigger. Now, I hate to break it to these people, but didn't Vaseline beat them to that secret formula? If you took anything creamy and, rubbed it down there, it's supposed to get bigger, right? As a matter of fact, I'm a scientist. Let's get some sour cream and a volunteer. I can show you right now. I'm Janette Perez. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much.